November 12, 1942, Richmond, California. Dawn breaks over the Kaiser's Shipyard No. 2, where the air hums with the ceaseless roar of welding torches and the sharp clang of steel meeting steel. Floodlights pierce the morning fog as thousands of workers swarm the ways, their torches sparking like stars against the gray hull rising before them. In just 4 days, 15 hours, and 29 minutes since the keel was laid, the SS Robert E. Peary slides into the waters of San Francisco Bay, a complete liberty ship, born of American ingenuity and unrelenting labor. This moment marked a turning point in the Battle of the Atlantic, where German U-boats had prowled like wolves, sinking Allied merchant vessels faster than they could be replaced. By early 1942, the toll was grim. Over 2,000 ships lost in the previous year alone, strangling the lifelines of supply to Britain and the Soviet Union. Traditional shipbuilding, rooted in centuries-old craftsmanship, could not match the pace of destruction. A single ocean-going freighter might take months, even a year, to complete under conventional methods. Yet America, drawing on the lessons of its automobile assembly lines, revolutionized the process. Henry J. Kaiser's yards pioneered prefabrication, massive sections of hull, deckhouses, and engines fabricated in advance across the nation, then welded together in a symphony of coordinated effort. Welding replaced riveting, allowing unskilled workers, many of them women entering the workforce for the first time, to contribute swiftly and effectively. The result was staggering. From an initial average of over 200 days per ship, production times plummeted. By 1943, the median fell to just 39 days, with Kaiser's yards averaging under 50. Across 18 American shipyards, 2,710 Liberty ships emerged between 1941 and 1945, an average of 3 every 2 days at peak output. These vessels, each capable of carrying over 10,000 tons of cargo, became the arteries of Allied victory, ferrying tanks, aircraft, fuel, and food across storm-tossed oceans. German naval engineers and U-boat commanders, steeped in the precision of Krupp steel and Blohm and Voss craftsmanship, had long dismissed American industry as frivolous, capable only of refrigerators and razor blades, as Hermann Göring once sneered. They expected a nation of consumers, not conquerors of production. In the Reich's shipyards, building a comparable freighter demanded meticulous labor over months, constrained by shortages of materials and skilled hands. Yet when captured German officers and engineers, many taken from sunken U-boats or North African battlefields, were brought to American shores as prisoners of war, reality shattered their assumptions. Transported across a vast, untouched continent in comfortable Pullman cars, they arrived at camps near industrial heartlands. Some, assigned to labor details or granted supervised visits to boost morale through propaganda films, witnessed the assembly lines firsthand. Factories hummed night and day, pouring out ships, planes, and vehicles in quantities that defied calculation. One captured U-boat officer, reflecting in declassified reports, noted the impossibility of matching such output. American yards launched vessels faster than his wolf packs could sink them. By mid-1943, the tonnage of new Liberty ships exceeded losses by a widening margin, turning the tide in the Atlantic. Admiral Karl Donitz, commander of the U-boat fleet, privately conceded the mathematical defeat. His submarines, for all their tactical brilliance, could not outpace the arsenal of democracy. The contrast pierced deeper than statistics. German soldiers, accustomed to rationed bread and ersatz coffee amid the privations of total war, encountered something unimaginable in captivity: abundance. Meals in American POW camps mirrored those of U.S. guards: steak, fresh bread, milk, even desserts, totaling over 3,600 calories daily. One prisoner, in a letter home from a Texas camp, marveled, "This can't be one meal." Fresh white bread, soft and plentiful, became a recurring symbol of this plenty. To men who had known only the hard crusts of wartime Germany, it represented not just sustenance, but a profound excess born of fertile fields and efficient farms untouched by bombardment. This bread, baked in vast quantities and distributed without stint, embodied the democratic abundance that fueled America's war machine, resources mobilized not through coercion, but through a society where labor and land yielded freely for the common cause. For many German captives, these encounters wrought a quiet transformation. Engineers who had designed weapons for the fatherland now pondered the scale of American industry, realizing that no regime of decrees and forced labor could rival the voluntary productivity of a free people. U-boat veterans, once fervent in their ideology, grappled with the evidence before them, a nation that fed its enemies better than the Reich fed its own citizens. Whispers spread in the camps, doubts about propaganda tales of American decadence, replaced by awe at the sheer capacity of a democracy to outproduce tyranny. Some returned home after the war forever changed, carrying stories that undermined the myths of superiority. In the end, the Liberty ships were more than steel and steam. They carried the weight of freedom across the seas, proving that abundance, whether in bread on a prisoner's tray or hulls sliding into the water, springs not from iron decrees, but from the unbound potential of a people united in purpose. The thunder of those assembly lines echoed a larger truth. Ideology forged in fear and scarcity could never endure against the resilient plenty of liberty. And in that realization lay the quiet, inexorable defeat of those who had underestimated the heart of a free nation.